We are clearly behind on the rural China fashion trends. It really feels like the apocalypse right now, guys. Live nunchuck performance from two kids we just met. Winter is here! I have the attention of all the cows. He lived in the US for 27 years. And I lived in the US for like 21 years. You are more American than me. I'm Katherine from the US, and I'm currently on a bike tour across North China with my husband, Asajan. Today, we're finally departing from the China-Mongolia border region and heading into Hebei province. We'll finally be leaving the warm, cozy embrace of autumn, and we will be flung into the cold depths of winter in the remote mountain villages of Zhangjiakou.
我小时候70年代80年代，在北京要饭的都是河南山东的，没有张家口的，出不去这个大山。
From chaotic village markets, it's so loud you can barely hear yourself think, but it's a vibe, to spooky fall aesthetic. If I'm not mistaken, there's a funeral going on down there. To encounters with friendly strangers.
USA, maybe most of people in the family, we have the guns, right?
This is our journey from Inner Mongolia to Hebei. Finally saying goodbye to Zhenglanqi, or Blue Banner. We left our bikes here for like a week when we went to Mongolia. And now we're back and it's time to bike to Zhangjiakou. The day started out pretty dreary and dystopian looking, but fortunately at around noon, the sun came out and showed us its pretty little face. The grassland is coming to an end, y'all. I am seeing more and more trees. We are about to head into the mountains. That is where we're going. So excited. The grassland was fun. Our visit to Mongolia was also a lot of fun, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, I've missed seeing trees, and not just like one or two ornamental trees in a city. I mean like lots of trees. Look at this. It is straight up winter here already. Somehow, despite the lack of leaves, there are still flowers here. So that's cool. Nothing goes to waste in the village, guys. Look at that. Sheep! So empty is this place at this time of year that even this entire hotel has closed. The hotel is closed, all the little rural inns are closed, everything is closed. During the summer, this place attracts a lot of city dwellers who want to get away from the hustle and bustle of urban life and relax in scenic forests and grasslands. But during the fall and winter, the grass dries up, everything turns gray, and there's barely anyone here aside from us and the locals. 你们整个冬天都在这儿改这个房子是吗？
对对对，冬天往前天冷了，也不见得能干了。
哦，加油吧！
太冷了，零下20-30度。
At this time of year, it feels like humans are actually outnumbered by the local livestock and the migratory ducks. There are so many ducks in the water. It looks like a swarm of ants. There are just so many of them. Seriously, will you look at all these ducks? Have you ever seen this many ducks in one place before?
你们来的人还挺多的吗？
两个，我老公也在。带的人多了，你要照顾好多人的情绪啊，我不想。
哦，那肯定。
太累了。
啊，不管是吃住什么的，是吧？
对对，所有事情要照顾好多人的想法。
我就感觉你们俩太有勇气了吧也。
Look at this gate. Whoa. Welcome to the little county of Guyuan in Hebei province. Isajan thought he found one of his fellow Uyghurs, but actually this guy's from Tajikistan. Close enough, right? They are neighbors. Asajan's hometown is located in Xinjiang, on China's farthest western border. His hometown cuisine is different from most of the rest of China, and he is such a picky eater. When I do find something he likes on our travels, we just lock in and eat it over and over and over again. We're having breakfast right now. Nothing exciting, guys, just our 15th consecutive meal of noodle chunk soup. And I found something that looks like American pancakes on the menu. Apparently they're made with corn though, not flour, but still should be an interesting culinary experience. Chinese corn pancake. Oh my gosh, these are so good. It doesn't actually taste like an American pancake. It's more of a firm texture because it's made out of corn and it's not sweet, but it still satisfies that same side of me that loves a good pancake. Isajan does not like them because he's picky. He doesn't like anything, but I like them, and I'm bringing all the rest of these on the road today. He's like, you married a Chinese person? But Americans are rich. All the wealth is with the baby boomers.
Every once in a while, we like to put our bikes to the side and explore some cool parks and markets and villages. Although China is super safe, you can never be too sure when it comes to those really tiny but really important things like your passport and your bank cards. And that is why we bring our TomTalk Aviator T37 with us on these tiny adventures. It's compact and super functional. Check out all these little pockets. I've got our mics here. In this front pocket here, I've got my headphones for quick and easy access. Here's the main pocket area.
Check out all the handy little pouches and pockets in here. There's more than enough space for your passport, bank cards, cash, chargers, and whatever else you want to bring with you.
And there's even an extra bonus pocket in the back. It's great for a wander or a stroll where you want to have your essentials with you, but you don't want to carry a whole backpack. Don't underestimate its small size. It's made of very sturdy and durable materials and also super comfortable to wear.
The anti-theft design helps you enjoy your travels worry-free. Just put it on and explore with peace of mind, knowing everything you need is safe and easily accessible. Now, time to get back on the road. Love this village hangout spot. Leather recliners underneath a gazebo. The fall harvest is over. Everybody is stacking up their corn to feed the cows during the winter. That's my Xinjiang boy munching on his naan.哦，那肯定漂亮。来晚了呗。
来晚了，在门口啥也没了。
This mist just rolled in out of nowhere. I feel like the protagonist in an apocalypse movie. There's no one here. Everything in the fields is dead. Like, where are the zombies at? I'm waiting for a zombie to pop out or something. JK, it's not the apocalypse. There's a grocery store. Bro's cooking dinner back there. It's one of those grocery stores where the person's home is attached to the store. So his kitchen is there, and what looks to be like a living room, bedroom thing is there. There's even a wedding picture on the wall. Cute AF. We're still quite close to Inner Mongolia. You can get Mongolian milk tea powder in here. Bro's so busy cooking dinner that he hasn't even come and turned the lights on in the store, so like I can't even see what any of this is. Is it bamboo shoots or is it chicken feet? Oh, it's pigskin. All right. Oh, yes, I found it. Bamboo shoots. I always put these in my instant noodles for extra nutritional value. But the moment we left that cute little grocery store, once again, the apocalypse vibe returned with a vengeance. It truly feels as though we are the last people left on Earth. Rural China apocalypse core right here. Look at this. It feels like we're on a cliff on the edge of the earth. These corn pancakes have lasted me all day. I'm on like my fourth one, and there's still 2 more. Bet there would have been a good view off that way, but can't see anything. Kind of spooky fall vibes, but that's all right. I dig some spooky fall vibes. Can't be sunshine and rainbows every day, you know? It's crazy to think that during the summer this is actually a really popular route with road trippers, because right now this place is kind of terrifying.
every blurry thing in the distance is just like, what is that? It really feels like the apocalypse right now, guys. There's just like this weird noise right in front of me and I can't see what it is. I think it's a windmill. Everyone look at Asadon's eyelashes. Oh my gosh, that is a work of art. When you look at those eyelashes, look at the little droplets of water on his eyelashes. Finally, a person. And they just stop for a moment like, what the heck? 有人生活在这里。I hear goats or sheep or something. There is life in this place.
I would not advise that anyone bike in conditions like this. The visibility is way too low, but because the slope was so steep, we were actually just climbing up it while pushing the bikes. There were also no cars on this road at all, except that one guy. So we continued trudging through the darkness to reach our inn, the only inn we could find that was still open at this time of year.
What the heck? Who's setting off fireworks over there? What on earth is going on? Someone is setting off fireworks in the abyss. Who is that? Something is going on down there. If I'm not mistaken, there's a funeral going on down there. Oh, it's you. It's a cow. Here it is. Here's our inn. Genghis Khan is on the wall. They have Genghis Khan on the wall. 我们来了，我们来了，不好意思，没想到坡那么多。你还刮了 Genghis Khan 呀？你们是蒙古族吗？你们怎么刮这个呀？
我是蒙古。
河北蒙古族多吗？
不多。
哦，这个小屋这么可爱啊！好可爱啊 ！And look at his humongous hot pepper collection on the floor here. Beans. He's just put all his random produce in like different corners of this room. Here's the room.
哇，他们这个热的。
The owner even turned it on for us a couple hours in advance, it seems. It snowed. Just noticed bro has a whole other stockpile of pumpkins over here. 这都是你家种的吗？这么多东西。
我在北京衡水都开过饭店了，天下农家院他开不了，冬天要雇个厨师，1个月1万多，他挣不回来。以前我们这儿冬天不营业，但是去年下雪，好多人来我们这儿玩雪，开着越野车来玩雪。
哇塞哇塞，以后再来，以后再来。
好多人呢。
我也想看。
所以我这今年不是就那啥了。
Benefit of coming during the off season, all of the inn owner's attention is on you. Instead of having like 50 different guests to cater for, it's literally just us. So we're having this cute little breakfast together. I had just ordered a serving of egg and tomato soup, and it took him like a half hour to finish it. And I was like, wow, this is some hardcore egg and tomato soup. And it turns out he made like 4 different dishes for us all to have together, which is so cute. He just literally is eating this hot pepper raw.
这个不辣，你尝这个。辣了吗？辣了，辣就别吃了。
Before we get on the road and head to Chongli, the owner of this inn actually offered to take us up a different section of the mountain to see the snow. It snowed. So we're actually going to take a little trip with him up the mountain, and then we are going to go to Chongli. Winter is here. Look at this. It snowed. Look at this. 下雪了。
你退出去，进来再进来。下雪了。
太哇塞了，太哇塞了。
特别美。
A little thingy here.
Wide awake in a spell, smoking like a signal in a dream. Silver dollar sinking down, and dizzy lightness in between.
Off we go, guys. Coldest day yet. We're gonna bike about 3.5 hours and we will arrive in Chongli by this evening. Are you cold?
Yes.
I found you just like an open window inside a new shade of green. I could live under this open window.
It's so beautiful, but it's so cold. It's funny because it literally looks so warm outside, but it's not. 10 kilometers down, 20 to go. Rabbit meat in a jar. Humongous sausage. Tomato fish in a can. Fancy undies. Hey, get a room.
This place is called Chongli, and it has some of the best skiing in China. It actually gets much less natural snow than Huapiling, the place we just came from, but it was chosen as a prime ski resort location because of its steep slopes. One can only afford so many expensive hobbies, so skiing isn't my thing, but Chongli is a beautiful place to bike through. And because Chongli ski resorts attract so many tourists, it has a much bigger variety of restaurants than anywhere else in this region. I'm sure you can guess where this is going.
We found a Xinjiang restaurant. It's noodle time. Perfect end to a very, very cold day. Some nice, hot, hand-pulled noodles and black tea with a little bit of dried rose petals. Excellent. 哇塞，美味. Starting off our morning with the best breakfast possible. Xinjiang noodles.
Xinjiang food is the best food in the world.
Yeah.
You are from which part in
Kashgar,
Kashgar.
you know.
Kashgar.
Yeah. In Uyghur, Kashgar.
Kashgar.
Yes.
Kashgar.
Look at him go.
She's from
Virginia.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember one song. It's a country road.
Oh, that's West Virginia.
Ah.
That's our neighbor. You know, like Henan and Hebei.
It's a West Virginia.
It's like that, yeah.
Last year I worked in Philippines for 8 months. Every night, sometimes I will listen. Country road, take me home.
Yeah,
to
it's a
the
good
place.
song.
I know in the USA, maybe most of people in the family they have the guns, right?
Oh yeah, my father has one.
Do you think it is good or you?
No, I hate it.
You don't like this?
No, I do not like this.
Yeah,
It's been in the law for so long. There's just no getting rid of the guns. And on the topic of the US,
We have a local tour guide today.
Hi, nice to meet you guys. I'm from Stratford, Pennsylvania.
He lived in the US for 27 years. And I lived in the US for like 21 years, 22 years. Bro lived in the US longer than I did.
this lovely gentleman is Xinyuan, one of our subscribers. I made a post on Bilibili asking if there's anyone in Chongli who's down to show us around. And he sent me a message. Our little bike brigade reached a record-breaking number of 3 participants today.
Check this out. There is a humongous Catholic church here. Look at that. I love how extra Catholics get with their church decorating. Even the door handles. The door handle has an angel on it. You would never see something this fancy in my hometown church. Look at this door. Catholic churches are always so ornamental, so grandiose, so full of interesting details. Fascinating. It even has a second floor. Look at this. There's a whole extra balcony up here. 这边9日几点礼拜啊？
那晚上几点？
哦，你们晚上礼拜啊？这个有意思。我老家都是早上。你想念美国的生活吗？
我不太想念。
是不是房子都买了呢？大别墅什么的？
对，我房子都买了，我肯定得回去，因为闺女还在那儿呢。
所以你现在就是常住在中国，但是每年会去看女儿。
对。
你要那边的绿卡吗？
啊，我有绿卡。
哦。
哦。
我到这儿来，就是因为我喜欢运动，这儿的运动的点比较多。
啊，那美国不是也很多地方有户外运动吗？
那个我都玩过了。
美国都玩遍了是吧？换一个场地。
我在美国跑了多少？75个马拉松了。
Yes, you guys heard that right. He has run 75 marathons in the US. So he's basically just like seen everything at this point. He's like, all right, well, time to switch things up. I feel like we're very similar in that sense though, choosing a place to live based on its recreational resources. That's a huge reason why I live in a village myself, is because I love having nature right outside my door. So I get it. Sierra actually grew up in the capital, Beijing, about 3 hours away from here. Back in those days, Chongli, as well as the rest of Zhangjiakou, was not a desirable place to live.
19年左右才脱贫。我小时候70年代、80年代的，在北京要饭的都是河南、山东的。你要是没有张家口的，张家口人出不去这个大山。
Sure, life isn't perfect here, but those days are long gone. Maybe someday we can come back here later in the winter season and witness this place at its peak. But for now, we're actually heading downhill to the city of Zhangjiakou and say goodbye to our lovely tour guide. Everyone's got their corn and winter kindling ready to go. Some kind of grain. So if you're wondering how people buy things when you're living in the middle of nowhere like this is how. Trucks and carts and stuff, they come rolling through here with the loudspeaker blaring or playing music or something, and then you come and buy whatever they're selling. I have the attention of all the cows. They're like, what is this creature? Oh my gosh, it's snowing? I saw white mist in the distance and I was like, wow, that's weird. It's snowing! It's snowing! Ah, it's snowing! The other snowstorm happened at like 3 a.m. We're actually witnessing it with our own eyes. Looks like our hotel had a wedding.
继续猜。
美国。
不是。
印度。
不是。
印度，你答对了。新疆。
对。
回去我妈那儿练。哎，你不会，你的够都够不着了。
Guys, not sponsored, but I just had to show you because I think this is so cute. In order to lure more customers to hold their wedding ceremony at this hotel, they are offering a free refrigerator. Free refrigerator if you hold your wedding here. Is that not the cutest thing ever? Indeed, the competition between wedding venues in this tiny, tiny town is very fierce. The next day, our hotel, despite the offer of a refrigerator, was sad, quiet, and weddingless, while the one down the street had a crazy celebration going. Romantic moment. And right down the street from all this chaos, there is something even more exciting going on, the Sunday market.
现在只卖20。本场给你们带来了一批质量好、价格低的。
So a big difference between markets here and ones in my hometown is that a lot of the vendors have a loudspeaker where they are announcing everything for sale. So you are being overwhelmed by the sound of dozens of different loudspeakers. It's so loud you can barely hear yourself think.
Even in this day and age of chain grocery stores and online shopping, I still feel like nothing can quite replace the community vibe of a market.
Look at this, it's a calendar. It gives you a little piece of advice for every day, which is interesting because most of the calendars I've seen that were like this are like telling you how to get rich or like giving you random numbers to use in the lottery, and this one's like wholesome life advice. A good use for cabbage. How to use toothpaste in the most optimized way. It's giving you a recipe for porridge. That's nice. The winter garment selection is fully out and available. Look at these thick grandma pants. These look so comfortable, honestly. I kind of want these. There's no way to try them on. You just kind of gotta play the lottery with these, whether they're gonna fit you well or not.
Believe it or not, we aren't just wandering aimlessly in here. We actually do have a task today.
It's poor little feet cannot handle the cold of Hebei. So gonna get some warm shoes here at the market. She's like, those are for grandpas. You're in the wrong section. We are clearly behind on the rural China fashion trend.
Asadon could not be swayed from his original choice, though.
You have to put the shoelaces on yourself, which is a bit annoying, but they are a very good deal compared to buying in a regular store. 35 RMB for a nice warm pair of grandpa shoes. Look at my handsome thing in his new shoes. Picking up a little snack for the road, a North China classic, the crispy braid.
Finally, it was time to get back on the road and head to Zhangjiakou.
Today the price太贵了。
哦，这个贵，匹马贵。
现在一个毛驴差不多3万。这个毛驴多少钱呀？10天不买。
Look, a cat.
Everybody knows of Beijing for the Great Wall, but actually it extends far beyond the range of just the capital. There's a section of it right here in Zhangjiakou as well. It's not as perfectly preserved as a lot of sections in Beijing, but it has character, so also worth a visit if you happen to be here in Zhangjiakou. We typically associate the Great Wall of China with keeping invaders out for obvious reasons, but at this specific location, there actually is a giant door which facilitated trade with said potential invaders, the Mongolians. There are actually about 10 different sections of Great Wall available to visit in Zhangjiakou, and this is the only one that we got to. But speaking of walls, there's also a fortress in the city center, and we had to check that out too. Last stop here in Zhangjiakou, the fortress. It is now mostly old buildings, antique shops, and some cool architecture, but back in the day, this was a formidable defense unit. Despite being involved in over 40 different battles since its establishment about 600 years ago, this fort has never once been captured. After centuries of tireless service, Zhangjiakou Fort is now enjoying retired life as a protected historic site, never to be invaded again and never to be knocked down and replaced with skyscrapers. Honestly, it still feels like I'm inside a fortress, but instead of being surrounded by brick walls, it's surrounded by skyscrapers. These are the only one-story buildings in the entire vicinity.
周围都盖上楼了。
周恩来。
哇，这很像我们家里的那个
毛主席。
看我们家里有一个这样的，像不像？
像呀。
你看，
哇哦！
Oh, I love the smell of an antique shop.
这干净挺。这个人，
这个人我知道，但是忘了。
这就是林彪，他是最高的将领。东北三省就是他的部队打下来的，解放的。他往苏联跑，让中国给打下来了。哎，差点跑到人家国家去，差点跑到苏联去。这是匣子，广播匣子，听小说。
I've been in so many antique stores throughout my years in China, and I've seen so much Chairman Mao memorabilia that his face is practically engraved in my mind. Or so I thought, anyway. I've never seen a young picture of Chairman Mao. I just realized. I'm like, who's that? It's young Chairman Mao. I just didn't recognize him because his haircut in the older photos is so, like, legendary, you know? After perusing the antique stores, we headed back out on the street, and it's time for one last bonus item at the end of today's vlog.
What we witnessed this morning was a market that is mostly for people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, even older. And this here is the market for the youth.
While farmers markets like we saw earlier are getting less and less common, at least the market culture is staying alive in its own way. As with many developing countries, China is a place where the lifestyle and the lived experiences of the older and younger generations are two almost completely different worlds. And we love to capture these two different worlds in our vlogs, especially since it's such a unique and transient time in this country's history. I hope you guys enjoyed our foray through the mountains of Zhangjiakou, and we are now approaching Hebei's neighbor, Shanxi province. We'll be biking through Shanxi until it gets too cold to continue, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next chapter of our adventures. We are so excited for Shanxi because it has so much unique ancient architecture, and we can't wait to share it with you. Thanks for joining, and see you all next time.